What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. For today's video, we're going to be looking at the top 5 creepiest ghost encounters. Before we start, I just want to give a big thank you to everybody coming in and dropping off some comments, giving me some advice. I truly do appreciate it. So with that being said, let's jump into today's video. Hello everybody, my name is Taylor. I have been having really fucked up dreams, where I wake up to a man screaming through my window and staring into my eyes. Last week on Tuesday, at about 5:30 a.m., I woke up to my curtains wide open and a man staring at me. He had no eyes, no teeth, and his nose and ears were missing. The night after, I had a bad dream, where a tall black figure with long hair climbed into my bed with me, and I heard it breathe into my ear. I just stared at my wall, too scared to turn around. It stretched its arm out and turned on my light at the bottom of my bed. Standing there was a small black figure, almost like a child, like a three-dimensional figure. It had no shadow as I walked near it, but it stood there staring at me. I lived alone and have since moved out of that house. 6 a.m. I went to sleep at around 1:15 a.m. and I decided to sleep in the living room because my dog had her puppies not long ago, and if there was some trouble during the night, I would help her. Everything was fine until I heard a spear come off of the Christmas tree. I woke up immediately, but I was too scared to look. After a couple of seconds, I decided to open up my eyes and look. The spear was rolling, as if someone took it out of the tree on purpose, dropped it, and pushed it so it had speed. I thought to myself, okay, this is a little bit weird. But then I heard like if someone was in the kitchen, and at the same time someone was in my brother's room. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was scared. I decided to try and go back to sleep, but I couldn't. It was like as if I was hearing someone walk around the kitchen back and forth, and someone walking in my brother's room. Out of the blue, some kind of phone was on, but once I got up, I heard nothing. I turned on my phone's flashlight. I looked in the kitchen, and there was nothing. At first I thought it was my dad, but he didn't go to work that day. I tried going back to sleep. The same thing happened. I heard someone walking back and forth in the kitchen, and someone in my brother's room. But at this time, I heard a voice I didn't recognize. After that, in my head, I was just trying to play some games to pass by time to get back to sleep. After a little while, I fell back asleep, and in the morning, when I woke up around 11, I looked in the kitchen, and all the cabinets were fully wide open. How did my mom get there? I woke up one morning, and everything was completely normal. I went to go brush my teeth, and just before I did, I heard my mom come upstairs, and she said good morning to me. Nothing out of the ordinary. She proceeded to go straight down the hall into her bedroom. I brushed my teeth probably for another 20 seconds with the door open and nobody passed by. When I left the bathroom, I looked down the stairs, and there was 2 chairs side by side and 2 laundry bins, almost like someone was trying to keep something away. Keep in mind, I have a dog, but it is completely trained, so we let her roam the house. This is where my blood turned cold. As I was looking at the blockade, I heard my mother come up from the basement and start walking around. I froze. How on earth did my mother get from the inside of her bedroom, down the only flight of stairs, past the blockade, and into the basement, all while my bathroom door was open? Unless there is someone or something pretending to be my mother, I am currently hiding in my room, as I hear my mother's muffled voice from downstairs, and I'm too afraid to go find out if it is her or not. I'm now freaked out by mirrors. I have a feeling that my bathroom mirror may be haunted / possessed, or something. I don't know, but I have 2 instances where it gave me the impression that it was. My first instance, I go into the bathroom to brush my teeth before bed. The mirror is on the front of the cabinet, by the way. So I open the cabinet to get my toothbrush, and when I'm closing it, I swear I catch a glimpse of something to my left while the mirror is moving. Looked like another person. I brushed this off as a trick of a light or something in my mind conjured up, because I'm tired. So I brushed my teeth, and when I look down from the mirror and then back up after rinsing my mouth, I again see something up behind my right shoulder this time. I blink, and it's gone. After that, I was kinda creeped out, so I left to go to bed. My second instance. I found this experience creepier than the last. Actually happened this morning. There's about a 2-week gap between both instances. I stepped in to do my business, and as I was stepping in through the entry door, I kinda smoothed down my hair a little. Now bear in mind I haven't reached the mirror yet, as I've just entered and my hands are now down by my side again. After touching my hair, I passed by the mirror, and just out of the corner of my eye, I swear that my reflection was doing the same thing that I was doing as I entered. But the thing is, I wasn't doing that anymore. Like I said, my hands were by my side. These are the creepiest experiences I've had with this mirror so far. The other mirror thing that happened didn't really affect me too much, as I thought it was just a trick of my eye. But this time, I am positive something was there.
Ever since I was a little girl, I've always felt off. I don't really know how to explain it, other than there were times where I would just be scared out of my skin. Times where I was alone, but I wasn't. I didn't know what was going on, and I'm still skeptical about what is happening around me. When I was 15, I ran away from home. I ended up staying at a safe house. My first night there, I fell right asleep. Sometime in the middle of the night, I woke up. I opened my eyes, paralyzed and unable to breathe. The lights above me were going dim to bright, dim to bright, dim to bright. I could hear a faint whisper and a soft giggle. I forced my head to the left, and my attention went to the door, where this figure is playing with the light. She had curly white hair and was wearing a light blue nightgown. She was turning the dial dim to bright, all the while giggling and whispering something to me. I forced myself to go back to bed. I closed my eyes and I started telling myself that the light switch is a switch, one that you can flip on and off. I finally drifted back to sleep. The next morning I wake up. I get on with my morning routine, replaying the strange dream I had. I get dressed, make my bed, and prepare to leave the room. As I walk to the door, I suddenly notice that the lights are controlled by a dial that goes from dim to bright. I turned it on just to test it. At this point, I am freaking out. 15-year-old, a runaway, and some old lady is playing with the lights in my room. So I tell the staff about my strange dream. Both of them just look at me like I'm some kind of freak. You can tell they believe me. They then asked me if I wanted to smudge, so I did. After I finished smudging, they sat me down at the table. They told me that before they made this home into a safe house, it was actually a nursing home.
Thank you all again so much for coming and checking out today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, as I really do appreciate it, you guys. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you to VioletMoon for coming in and recording with us. I really appreciate that. If you guys want to go subscribe to her, make sure to go check out the links in the description below. But I love you guys. Have a perfect day, perfect night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.